Baby, what time is it now? It's time to love me now.
Good afternoon. It's August 31st and it's a little warmer today. So, Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm trying to catch some Wi-Fi signal right now.
What, during the show?
Yeah, hey, it's a legitimate excuse. With how much we live stream, it's important we have a good signal, don't you think?
Well, that's true. Well, I recently read that the government is gonna add like 200,000 free Wi-Fi zones in public
Great,
spots.
sweet. Well, I wonder if there's a way to extend that free Wi-Fi into my house?
Oh my gosh, you cheapskate. Whatever. Let's get started with
Double date. You just heard Drive Away 2, a new release by Radi. Welcome to Double Date, everybody. I'm your date, Kevin.
And I'm Ashley. We
And-
talked about
yeah.
Wi-Fi, right? Public Wi-Fi.
And we talked about live streaming, which we won't do because you had nightmares last night.
Yeah.
You said.
I keep having nightmares about zombies. I don't know why.
That is so cool.
It's not cool. You really feel
No.
like you're gonna...
I wish I had those nightmares.
I had to swim like through like a river
Uh-huh.
because zombies were coming.
Oh my goodness.
And everyone was turning into zombies.
Oh
and I
my
had to
goodness.
lock myself in.
That is so cool.
This is really like a movie.
But that's why when I first saw you this morning, you actually, in Korean, I know it's not good to say, oh wow, 피곤해 보여. But
Yeah.
in English, you actually did look kind of like you didn't get a full night's rest.
Yeah. And I didn't take 2 hours to get ready today.
Right, which is why we're not doing live streaming, everybody, today.
No, we can do it.
We
We
can
can.
do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
we
can
can,
if you
but will
want.
we? No, we won't. But we were talking about live streaming because we were talking about Wi-Fi. And there's so much like public Wi-Fi here in Korea.
Yes, it's awesome. That's one thing I love about
It's one of many things, but it's something especially you don't get in New York.
Yeah.
Right? It's almost impossible.
It's impossible.
in the city to get public Wi-Fi. What are other public things that you think are either good here or maybe that we could use?
I mean, I think the whole like the 편의점 thing, like the convenience stores,
Yeah.
how it's like there are like 5 on every block or whatever. I think that's really convenient. 'Cause
Super
sometimes in
convenient, yeah.
America you have to drive a lot to get to like.
Always.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like that's really convenient. But what else is there?
The fact that there are no public restrooms in New York City. Like
Oh,
at all.
yes.
And it's impossible. But in Korea, it's they're everywhere. It's
And
like,
they're clean.
yeah,
cleaner
it's like
than-
we're really a family here, and you can really use everybody's bathrooms. It is quite amazing. Today we have a great show, everybody. We have Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Finally, Michael Park and Krisha.
Ooh,
She
finally.
will, yes, reunite us on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. So it'll be 4 of us in the studio.
Ooh, first time.
Yeah, very excited.
All right, guys, you're listening to Double Date, available on TBS EFM 101.3 and 98.7 GFN, 93.7 in Yeosu, and 90.5 in Busan.
You can listen to us anytime, anywhere through the app TBS and re-listen to us by downloading Patbang. That's PODBBANG.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, 여행 박사,
롯데 칠성음료.
인사돌 플러스. Hey, you almost done with those files, Kevin?
Yeah, I just have to input a couple more things.
Man, the boss really has it out for you, doesn't she? I mean, making you stay at the office overnight multiple days in a row just to make the deadline?
I know. Well, I mean, it's just part of the job, I guess. You can't complain, but you know what would really make things much better?
What, better pay?
Well, yes, that too. But instead of the instant mix coffee, what about like a personal automatic double shot espresso machine? You know, just imagine it. Oh, yes. Oh, perfect. That hits the spot.
Are you enjoying your personal double shot espresso machine, Kevin?
Yes, boss. Yeah, I'm going on my 1,013th hour of no sleep, but since I never have to leave my desk for a coffee break, I'm okay, super ready to work, boss.
That's what I like to hear. You're my favorite employee.
Yeah, thanks, boss. You're my favorite boss too. I take back all the times I called you a merciless slave driver with a macho voice.
What? Why don't you say that again, Kevin?
Huh?
Kevin. Daydreaming on the job, Kevin?
Huh? What?
Apparently I haven't given you enough work.
No. What? No, that's not what I.
Here, an extra special quadruple shot of espresso coffee. I'll be expecting great things from you, Kevin.
Oh my God.
That was Park Jin-young's 난 여자가 있는데.
And before that, in her skit, you did like 4 different voices. Yeah, wow. Very versatile, I can see. But we were talking about that because it was actually inspired by a true story.
Yes, it was inspired by a change made by JYP Entertainment, the first Korean entertainment agency to ban the assignment of work-related tasks through SNS after work hours, which I think is amazing.
Right. I mean, the entertainment industry is pretty notorious, right, for requiring artists to work throughout the night. But the CEO, JYP, requested no contact about work should be made unless it is an emergency.
Yeah.
So you can just be like, oh, it's an emergency. Like, you got to do this by tomorrow. Kidding. But the decision was made to address concerns about employee stress, which makes a lot of sense. And everyone should have a private life as well.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, definitely, I don't work at an office, in Korea, but hearing from friends who do, it's very stressful because, they're always being contacted even after work hours, and they're always staying late.
야근, right?
Yeah, and there's no such thing as like bonus, right? I mean, like, you don't get paid for those.
Right.
Yeah.
You just get paid. You just gotta get the work
Yeah.
done, right? So that's a very cool change. Our question of the day is related to that skit and this little bit of news. We're asking you, what's one cool thing you would do if you were a CEO?
Ooh.
How about you?
I think I would make the lunch like buffet style really good every day, so everyone would be happy and not hangry. And all the basic stuff like like maternity leave and paid vacations and of course stuff like that.
The thing is, as a CEO, obviously you have to be responsible. You have to be fiscally responsible as well. But at the same time, I think like a lot of these tech companies these days, it's like bring your kid to work and there's like a daycare center. You can bring your dog to work. They have ping pong tables and all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to up people's energy so that their productivity when they actually do work is much higher.
Yeah, and I think sitting is really bad for you. And you know how they're sitting all day looking at computer screens? I feel like you should, be able to go back and forth, maybe like standing desks and like sitting desks and maybe some like exercising tools and stuff for like break time.
Yeah.
Like stretching.
I like those balloon balls and stuff.
Yeah.
What are those called? Yeah. No, I think those tech companies are really doing it the right way. What would I do? I would definitely do like just, pizza day because I love pizza and I'd be a selfish CEO.
Obviously.
Everybody else, let us know what you think. Text your answers and comments in Korean or English to pound 1013, 51 charge, 101 long for longer messages.
And to our social media accounts at TBS Double Date on Twitter and Instagram, and our email tbsdoubledate@gmail.com.
All right, coming up in the show, we have Blood, Sweat, and Tears with Michael and Krisha in addition to today's date song.
Yep, but first we're going to play a song. This is Hoodie's 한강. We'll be right back.
Come on, hey, double, double, double.
if you're down, they'll be sure to pick you up. It is now time for today's date song, and this week the theme has been songs you listen to this summer.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but now that summer's gone, you kind of feel nostalgic about it.
I know, and that's why, well, today's pick is a blast from the past. It's Twist King by Tubbo or Turbo, right? It's Tubbo?
Tubbo.
Okay. Recommended by listener Kim Dong-eun, who left us this message. Lots of idol groups released fresh summer songs and albums this year, like 101 and Blackpink and EXO. But when it comes to summer songs, the most exciting ones are still from the late 90s and early 2000s.
The ones I can think of from the top of my head are groups like Cool, Lula, and DJ DOC, and of course Turbo, of which member Kim Jong-kook can boast a body more built than ever before, and he's still active on variety programs today. The song I recommend is Twist King.
Turbo recently came back in July with a new album, which made me happy and nostalgic. But I guess there's something about the songs that we're just more familiar with. So I recommend their old song, 슐리 춤추는 것도 보나요?
보실 수도 있습니다.
Yeah. It's alive.
Ooh, Twist King. Yeah, Turbo. You're not really familiar with them because
Of
you're
course.
in the States, right?
No, I do know them
You
because
do?
I used to, when I was young, there was a time when I was watching X-Men. So I'd always see like Kim Jong-kook doing the na 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 na.
This was even before that.
Oh, really?
This is when he was part of the group called Turbo.
Right, but the nickname was similar, right? This
Yeah.
was like before he did like all the ballads and stuff.
Yeah. Do you
Right.
know the like 검은 고양이 내려?
Oh.
It's like one of their famous songs. Well, do you prefer old songs or new songs for the summer?
I prefer all, but there is something about the Korean like
Old
90s and
song.
2000 songs
Yes,
that really kind of like get at you in some weird way. But Turbo, they actually came back with an album recently in July. It was called Hot Sugar. Just such a cool name. And the music video had tons of celebrity cameos.
Yeah, and they're also going on a nationwide tour starting September 2nd and 3rd in Seoul.
Awesome. That is so cool. Everybody, send us your recommendations for this week's date song. Again, the theme is songs you listen to this summer. Today's date song was recommended by Kim Dong-eun. It's this Turbo song. Very excited. You're going to dance, right?
Yes,
You're going to
of
do the
course.
Twist King?
Of course.
Okay. We'll listen to Turbo's Twist King, recommended by Kim Dong-eun, and we'll be right back. Yeah, you're dancing in your chair.
Exciting song.
Pretty good. We got Krisha and Michael in the studio, but just before that, we're going to get to some messages. We're talking about if you were CEO, what's one cool thing you would do or change in the office?
And Shell says, wow, definitely nap lounge and espresso machine. Hashtag sleep is life, coffee is life. Hee hee. Ooh, and free meals. Food is life too, of course.
Right. Free meals would be actually amazing if we
Yes.
had that at TBS. Bebek, hint, hint. I'd get a pet dog. If people get stressed, they can go pat it for a little bit or take it out for a short walk to clear their head. I wonder if the dog would get like, tired of that stuff,
Yeah, because it's like all these different people coming to pat the dog.
to relieve
so-
stress. It's like, oh, have
the
you
dog
been
in
good?
turn will get stressed.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Tyreek says, nap lounges, no Mondays, parties on Friday. Dang.
Parties on Friday. That sounds like wow. It sounds like an alcohol company or something. Nap lounges, no Mondays because you've been partying on Sunday.
Seriously.
Sharon says, finally, build 노래방 at the office and free 노래방 at break time.
Ooh.
Well, the
that
sound
would be
isolation.
stress relieving.
Oh, that would actually be really good.
Yeah. 갑자기 you're like angry, something ticks you off, and then you just go to 노래방 like, and then you come back and work normally again.
I guess, yeah, because all of us need some kind of outlet, right? 노래방 would actually be pretty good, as long as nobody else in the office can hear you.
Right.
If it's a soundproof room, then it's okay. Imagine if people can hear you. It's like, oh, Ashley's at it
know.
again. She got cooped out again. Everybody keep texting your answers and comments to sharp 1013 51 charge 101 for longer messages.
And our social media accounts at TBS Double Date on Twitter and Instagram, and our email tbsdoubledate@gmail.com.
All right, we got BST with Michael Park and Krisha, but first here's NCT Dream with Chewing Gum.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We'll be right back with Krisha and Michael after Holler from Tetisa.
hope y'all ready for a fast ride. Cause that's what we going for tonight. So sit back, buckle up, cause y'all racing with the stars tonight. Listen.
화창한 sunny day 평범한 건 재미없지
Picture this. You show up for an audition and act really confident, only to find out you're in the wrong place.
And picture this. You're newly married and about to welcome a new child into your life when your spouse asks to move abroad.
And picture this. You drop a hot dog on the ground but decide to eat it anyways when you get caught in the act.
And the question is,
What will you do?
Welcome to another episode of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. In this corner, we talk about various 고민 or troubling situations that make you sweat, so to speak, and then we discuss them.
Right, and today we're joined by our guest, Michael Park, aka Park Ki-hoon. And finally, Krisha, you're back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
She's been busy. A lot of work, you know.
But
a
you
lot
left me. After like 2 weeks doing radio with Michael, I was like, nah.
Yeah, the
No
past
more.
2 weeks was a bit bland with just me and Michael, I'd say, right? But it's your first time meeting.
Yes.
Ashley?
Finally, I heard so much
Hello.
about you.
Right?
Finally, I get to meet her.
We talk about you all the time, Krisha.
Good things, right?
Yes.
course.
Saying how
Only good
cute
things.
you are.
Yeah.
What have you been doing? Like busy?
Yes, 예능 program, filming, but
Nice.
it's okay.
Hey,
Let's go.
today is also a very special day for you, Krisha.
Yes.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
your 100th day?
Yeah, it's
Since
your
you
Peggy.
debuted? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, today
100th day.
is my 100th day since
Congratulations.
debut.
She's a little baby.
All right, Michael, sing her a song of congratulations.
100일 축하.
Is there a song? that celebrates like 100 days of debut.
But congratulations to you and
Thank
to all
you.
of your fans out there. Is there like something you call your fans?
No, we actually don't have
Not
a
yet.
name.
Choo-choo?
but-
Not yet.
I mean, it's only been 100 days.
But
Yes,
you do
it's
have a
only
fan
been
club.
100 days.
Yeah.
You do have a fan club, don't you?
She does probably, but
Of course
maybe
she does.
doesn't have an
So
official
one of her
name.
fans actually sends a message, and it's from Rochelle. And she says, "Hello, Kevin and Ashley. Good day." Who says good day? Hopefully, you can extend our greetings to Krisha Chu. Congratulations to Krisha. It's her 100th day since her debut today. Hoiting. Love from the Philippines.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're a little like 부끄러워 that it's your 100th day. So
Shy.
let's just go in and dig into our first situation today.
Yes.
Krisha, you want to read it for us?
Yes. Situation number 1. You had an important meeting/audition, so you woke up early and got your hair, clothes, and makeup done perfectly. At the meeting/audition, things are a little different from what you expected, but you never lose your smile and you act very confident when answering questions. But you suddenly get a text message from your manager asking you where you are. It turns out you're in the wrong place/meeting/audition.
Oh no!
What do you do?
No! What is wrong with this person?
It's horrible.
Obviously not very prepared.
Right.
Going to a wrong audition.
Right. Is this did this happen to you, Krisha?
To me?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Fortunately, it hasn't happened to
Because
me
you are a
yet.
responsible person. But I think all of us have been in situations like this, even if it's not about an audition.
Yeah. Maybe meeting my friends, maybe, but not for meeting audition? I don't
Nothing
know.
big.
What would you do? Oh, yeah, let's ask you, because you had an audition last week.
Mhm.
And you actually...
I was at the right place.
You
Right
look way
time.
better this week, by the way.
Do I?
You were
look
stressed.
normal.
You were
I
stressed
was.
out last week.
I was at the right place, right time, doing the right audition.
Yeah.
But for me, it personally felt like I was at the wrong place. 'Cause I didn't do well. I was like, I'm so lost. Where am I? I want to go home. Am I at the right audition?
Like your heart was not
yeah,
in
I
the
was
right
like
place.
panicking. You know, I was too nervous. So
Right.
I didn't do a good job. But it's
It's
me,
a
like, it's
you
an
probably
experience.
learned so much.
Learning
from
experience,
that,
yeah.
Right. It'll get better.
But I know how it feels. That awkwardness, you know, not
Yeah.
doing well. You know,
Right.
forgetting your lines. But you know, things
But
happen.
as
That's
long
life.
as you're confident, you know, even if you're at the wrong place,
Uh huh.
I
They must think, "Oh, what's wrong with this person? Is he a little ill? You know.
Hey, what if you were at the wrong place and you still got it anyway? That'd be pretty cool, right?
So you
didn't
auditioned
think
for
that
the
would
wrong
happen.
thing, but you still got it.
Oh, you're saying like you're at the wrong place, so you don't even audition for anything? You're just like sitting there waiting? This is your situation, right, Krisha?
Krisha, wake up.
Actually,
Who
this
wrote
is not
this?
my this is not my situation.
Oh, it's not.
It's not?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you wrote this. I don't really know what I would do. I'd probably just go rushing to the next
right?
place.
Yeah, to where I was supposed to go. Run.
Yes.
And get told off by your manager.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of a situation. I think it was Ashley's like maybe third day on the job. I was supposed to come in for a recording. I don't know. It was like a Thursday, and we were supposed to come in at 10, and I literally woke up at 9:50.
And you were late.
And I'm usually never late to radio.
Never say never.
Never say never. But I was like, goodness, like what do I do? And I rushed out, and I hate that feeling. I hate having to be rushed, like getting to somewhere like really
I
rushed,
know.
especially when it's like an audition and you prepared
Exactly.
like all this time for it, and the last thing you want to do is have like a hasty heart for that. But you got to do what you got to do, right? It reminds me of like those LA like audition, like La La Land,
Yeah.
right? La La Land. All right, why don't we ask you guys about our question
Of the day.
Of the
yeah.
day.
So if you guys were CEO of a company, what kind of special, things would you provide for your employees? Let's say like nap time or like no Mondays or party on Fridays,
Yes.
No Mondays, no Tuesdays.
No, but you gotta make your money, right?
Probably like shorten the working hours. Maybe
Uh-huh.
from like 10 to 3.
10 to 3.
Wow.
That's not
What
even
is it,
6
daycare?
hours.
No, because in Europe or something, like they shortened the working hours.
Yeah.
And they did a little test, like a survey, and workers actually worked harder and they were more efficient.
But is that
Working
why
less
they have
hours.
one of the biggest youth unemployment problems in the world? Europe?
I guess that's if you're a morning person.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think naps is a great thing. Like siestas and stuff.
And like casual clothing, having no kind
Oh,
of
Oh,
you know,
yes.
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 Right.
dress code.
How about you, Krisha?
I have not had like an official job. So I have no experience with like working at an actual company. But for school at least, Mondays were early.
Earlier?
It ended early.
Oh, ended early. Oh.
So I think that kind of helped me at least focus
Sure.
better.
Right.
I
So
wish
shorter days on Mondays.
Yeah. Maybe I wish it would start later.
What?
Maybe.
TBS?
No. I'm saying like Mondays, like work or school. Maybe start a little later than usual.
Oh, yeah. Not a bad idea. Yeah. Throw a nap in there, in the espresso machine, and you're good to go. All right, Krisha, because it is your 100th day, actually, Chu Bear also says this is a rare event. All 4 of you will probably be a riot. We will be when we move on to the second hour. But because it is your 100th day, we're going to play your debut song.
Yes.
All right?
Oh, yes.
This
Which is,
Krisha-
what is it?
Which is called Trouble.
Yes, this is Krisha Chu's Trouble. We're going to move on to the second hour.
왜 종일 신경이 내게 꽂혀 있는지 나 요즘 이상해 뭐에 홀린 것 같지.
You know what?
Want to go out?
You're asking me on a date?
I could pick you up.
It's a double date. I'd love to go out with you. What are you guys doing tomorrow night?
Going on a date with you.
Hey, this is Kevin,
And this is Ashley.
and thanks for joining us on
Double Date.
Welcome back, everybody, to hour number 2 of Double Date. We're here in the studio with Krisha and Michael. Let's move on to our next scenario. Michael?
Situation 2 is you're married and your wife is about to give birth.
Yay.
You're very excited and nervous. One day your wife asks you whether living abroad is possible, especially for the child's future education. You have never thought about this and is a little apprehensive but want the best for your new family. What do you do?
Ooh.
Living abroad.
Well, technically, we're all living abroad right now.
Yeah.
Are we not?
we're
Krisha's
all-
from the Philippines / San Francisco. You're from Australia. I'm from New York, and as is Ashley.
Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to live in different countries, but it really because it's not only up to me, you know. It depends on my husband's job also because we need to be able to live wherever we go. So
That's
I mean,
true.
is my husband's job like able to move to another country? If yeah, then I'm down.
Michael,
but-
is
Yeah,
it?
probably.
Okay, yes.
Oh yeah,
There is
yeah. Then I'll
mobility.
go. If it's for the child, yeah.
But
Anything
then
for the baby.
you've never lived abroad. You're a little scared of, language barrier, culture,
Oh,
all
what
that.
kind of abroad are we talking about? Are we
Yeah.
going to the Sahara right now?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Like a totally different country.
Oh.
Different language, different people, food, everything.
I don't know if I'd be able to go to a place where it's not my native tongue, either Korean or English. Like if I had to move to Barcelona or something, I think it'd be really, really hard, right? And what's better in Barcelona in terms of I don't know, for the kid? What are we trying to feed him more arroz con pollo? What about you, Krisha?
Well, I would think about it as the child's perspective because for me, I moved to San Francisco when I was like 2 years old.
Oh,
So, but I feel like my parents made a great decision
right.
because actually when we moved to San Francisco, there's also like a big Filipino community there. So it wasn't like there's no one that we know.
Sure.
But at the same time, it's like we could always go back to the Philippines though.
Right.
So, yeah, but I feel like in this situation, there's no rush.
I think
I
you
don't
make a
think-
really, really good point, actually, talking about our parents. 'Cause essentially, all of our parents left their mother country
Yes.
to go to a place that was
Just for us.
extremely foreign,
Yes.
right? In order for us to have better opportunities. So is that sacrifice, and was it worth it? I definitely think so.
I
Looking at
think
us
so,
now,
100%.
like,
Yeah, right. We're all sitting here together.
we're all good at
Speaking
English.
English.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a bit of Korean as well. So,
Yeah.
because I fully understand what my mom had to go through
Sure.
at that age. in
How
that
old
era.
was she when she went
She
to?
was only like early 30s.
Wow.
And she took like two sons all by herself to like down under, like middle of nowhere. It's Australia.
Sure.
And like not many people knew about Australia at all, even
Right.
in Korea. And like, why are you going there? It's too risky. But then she took the risk for children's education and future. And
Yes.
I am so grateful for that.
Right, right.
Yeah, actually, my parents too. They worked in Singapore before we moved to San Francisco, and I feel like I definitely benefited a lot from that. And it seems like since we moved all the way to San Francisco, like I felt like I would be able to move to Korea by myself in a way.
Right.
I feel like if we just stayed in the Philippines, I probably would have just like probably kept my mind inside the Philippines and
Right,
not think
right.
of coming all the way to Korea.
So shout out to Krisha's parents.
No, to
Shout out
all
to
of our
Mom and Dad.
parents.
All our parents.
Because we are who they made us, right? To become. So, yes, we're all very, very blessed.
Yeah, so before we go on to the next situation, this song we're gonna play, this is Chung Jun Young's 1,000 Miles, and yeah, we'll be back.
We got a few messages, one from listener 0587. You guys sound very serious. Maybe first time on the segment.
That's what we said.
That's what we were talking about. We didn't mean for it to be all like, and we're so blessed, guys. But 갑자기, that's what it turned
Thanksgiving.
into. Can we get a pita number just to
Just
get us
lighten the
back?
mood.
There we go. Let's get
Come on,
savage.
let's talk about hot dogs.
Let's have a hot dogs. Yeah, let's do it. Shells also says, Michael, you are savage. This is regarding our CEO question. No Mondays or Tuesdays, no Wednesdays.
Ha ha ha.
And a lot of crazy ha-has after that. You'd be the best, worst CEO ever.
Yeah, I'd love to work under him.
Yeah.
You'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I have like a
Let everything
like
go.
alcohol fridge, beverage. Just party every day.
And then you're gonna go
But then
bankrupt.
no wage. There's no wage.
There's no age.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, our
Got
third situation is brought in by Krisha. So will you read it for us?
Yes, you're on a road trip and you're so hungry, so you stop by a rest area for a hot dog. Just as you're about to take a bite, the hot dog slips from your hand and falls on the ground. You take a quick glance around and seems like no one is around, so you pick it up and take a bite. As you do, however, you lock eyes with someone just a few feet away from you. What do you do?
This is the Pita Number that I know. All right. We can't get sentimental with this, right? It's like all of a sudden I start eating a hot dog. Like, what is a hot dog? You start, no.
And you think about parents, your parents,
Oh, we're so
the
blessed.
struggles that went
At
through.
least I get to eat this hot dog.
just to get this hot dog.
No, that's not what we're going to talk
Exactly.
about.
You dropped it.
Yeah.
And you picked it up. You lock eyes with someone in front of you.
Do you believe in the
have you
5-second rule?
Isn't it 3?
Where are you from, Australia?
In Australia, it's 3.
No, it's the 5-second rule.
It's 5 seconds.
I
thought
know
it was
that's
3.
3 too.
Exactly. Where are you from?
I thought it was 4.
Where are you from?
I guess that's all
Are you serious,
different.
Krisha, or are you just messing around?
4
No, I'm
seconds.
just messing
It's
around.
5, right?
5's too
5
long.
seconds?
5?
3. I thought 3.
If you
3
drop it
second
on the
rule.
floor, 3 seconds goes by and like,
That's,
I
you pick it,
know.
that's why you pick it up straight away. Put it in your mouth.
So when you think about the rule, when you think about it, it takes like two seconds to think about it. But when you pick it up, it's like 3 seconds. So it's 5 seconds.
5 seconds rule. Exactly. Krisha
But I
knows.
heard it doesn't matter how many seconds. As soon as you drop it, all the bacteria goes on it, so you shouldn't eat it.
I
read
heard
an
that
article.
too.
Yeah. There's like, there's no such thing. Just don't eat it.
But the hot dog, the thing about a hot dog, if it were just the hot dog sausage and fell on the ground, kind of moist, right? So it picks up a lot of the dirt, and I probably wouldn't eat it. Stop. Let me continue. But if it's with the hot dog bun, which encases the hot dog bun is dry, right? So if
Yeah.
it falls on the ground, it won't like pick up stuff.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a biscuit or something.
Yeah, and also you could just like take off the outer layer.
Yeah, you just good to
And
go.
the situation is you're
eat the
so hungry. You're so hungry, so you pick it up and you take a bite. You know.
Right.
So
It's
But
not
that-
going to kill you.
But then somebody
Yeah.
sees you, is what you're saying, Krisha.
Yes.
What would
That's
you
when
do?
you just smile.
No, but I guess don't you think they would understand in a way
Yeah.
yeah.
if you were like, I'm really hungry?
You gotta say first
you-
world
They might
problems.
like, throw some coins at you.
What?
No.
Put on that image, I'm a beggar. I'm
No.
poor. Think
Michael,
about your
you
parents.
took it too far. You took it too far.
Sorry.
No,
It's
we're
getting
not
emotional.
going that route. Yes, we're not. Yeah, I would eat
No,
it.
ever since we were young, like, didn't we like pick up food from the ground and just eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Just
Doesn't
like dust
matter.
it off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you. And also, I
gosh.
think we're just too like clean these days.
Yeah.
Plus, everything's just so dirty already. Think about your phone.
Yeah.
Do
Phone has,
you
like, the
guys
most
eat?
bacteria.
I mean, do you guys wash your hands always before you eat, like they tell you to do?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't
Try
washed my
to,
phone.
but
Oh well, you're
I
germaphobe.
swap my
You're
phone
OCD.
before I sleep.
every day.
Every day.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I do
Before I
it
go to
maybe
bed.
like once a week, but every day.
Once a week?
Wow. Yeah.
I do it never. I don't think. I just let nature do the natural decomposition.
Oh,
Right?
nature.
Yeah. But
All right, so I guess what is the verdict? What would you do, Michael? Would you eat it?
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh
would
wow,
eat
the
it.
germaphobe says yes. Ashley says yes.
Yes.
Krisha?
I'd eat it as
Okay.
long as there's not like sauce everywhere.
Yeah.
Because the
Okay.
sauce, yeah.
You have to 더 뻔뻔하게. You have to just eat it, right?
Sure.
Or else they're gonna be like, ew. But if you just eat it, they're gonna be like, oh, okay. Anyways. Okay, let's go listen to a song before we go on to the final segment. This is Cards Don't Recall, and we'll be right back.
We are back with the final blood, sweat, and tears scenario, which is from Michael.
Our last situation is you have the opportunity to jump into a time capsule and either travel back to the past or into the future for 2 weeks only. But you are the first person to experience this experiment and also take the risk of not being able to come back to the present. What will you do?
My. This is
Kevin was asking me like, was I high writing this? No, I wasn't.
Said, were you drunk writing this?
Okay.
Yeah.
High drunk.
Because, this was the most crazy Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very hypothetical
It is.
situation
Yeah.
because time travel does not exist.
sci-fi movie.
And I asked you this because you were like, yeah, I'm running out of stuff to write about. And clearly you are, Michael.
I was.
We're talking
am.
about time travel now. We also want to encourage our listeners to send in
Oh, please.
scenarios because it is getting harder and harder to come up
Share
with.
some
I'll think of
ideas.
something too.
Okay, please do.
Yeah.
Don't lie. Because Kevin said the exact same thing
No, but I really
3
will.
months ago and he still hasn't come up with one.
Yeah, whenever you ask, I'm like, dude, it's not my job. It's your job. It's your job. Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. What would I do in this one?
First,
Sure,
I'm very curious. Would you pick past or future?
Oh,
I'll pick future.
Me too.
Uh-huh.
Wait, but are you able to, if you go back to the past, are you able to change things?
Change what?
Like whatever you want to change. Like you can make different decisions or you can do things
Yeah.
differently and
Yeah.
it'll impact your future?
it would definitely. It was most definitely impact your.
Oh.
It will, yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's
But you only have
hard.
2 weeks. Actually, like 2. Even if you go back to the past, you
Yeah.
can only choose.
Like
2 weeks
a
of it.
certain 2 weeks.
Oh, and then you will automatically come back.
Come
into-
back.
Okay, you really thought about this, huh? Got it.
Maybe.
Detail.
Um,
Because I've been super curious about like seeing my parents, like how they were like when they were young,
When
like
they were your
how
age?
yeah, like
Oh, okay.
how they experienced like being my age.
Uh-huh.
So that's something I want to try. But if I change something,
what if they
That's
never
scary.
meet?
no,
You're never born. It's just the fact that there's a risk of not being able to come back to the present and get stuck there. That's scary. But if you get stuck in the past, you can always relive it, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
So
I would definitely not want to go to the future. It's like I'm already kind of old. Like, why would I want to, be
Yeah.
even older than I am now? It also feels
We're
like
still young.
I lose a sense of control. It's like I don't have no control if I'm suddenly transported to the future about who I am and what my circumstances are at that point.
right.
In the
Do you have
pa-
control of your life right now? I don't.
Again, we're
Might
getting
as
very
well just
serious.
go to the
We're getting serious again.
No, because maybe if I was like 80 something,
Sure.
about to die soon, I would want to go back to the past.
Yeah.
But since we're still young,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little curious about what I will be in like 5 years' time or 10 years' time.
Right.
So yeah, I'll probably travel into the future.
But like the future, it's like either way you're gonna experience it. But the
Yeah.
past is like
You'll-
the past is
The past is the past.
She's so right. For
Just
such a
let go
young
of it.
lady,
Past is
she's very
past.
wise.
I just don't want to grow up.
But then, me too. But then at the same time, if he does go to the future and see something that he doesn't like, he can come back and change something so that future doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We're getting technical now.
Okay.
We are.
Very complicated.
Anyway, I guess yes, we would all go to the past, is what we said, right?
I said
except for
future.
except for
Michael.
Michael. Yes, because you are different.
I don't like my past. I want to relive
Well,
it.
you
I
can
don't.
change it though. Here's
I don't
a
even
chance
want
to
nothing's going to
change it.
change. Even if I change it, I'll still be the same. I'll still be here at TBS. So I want to see myself in 5 years.
Very cool.
nice.
Well, it is time to wrap up today's Blood, Sweat, and Tears with Michael and Krisha. Everybody, just as a reminder, please send in your scenarios as well.
Yeah,
Please.
send it to us as a message and send us your story also.
I'll pay you guys.
Send a lot.
It's always a pleasure, but especially on a special day like this, Krisha. Again, congratulations on your
Happy
100th
day.
day.
Thank you.
And also to you, Kevin, it was your
What?
birthday yesterday.
Happy belated
2
2 days
days
ago.
ago.
2 days ago. So yeah,
Belated.
happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
So how young are
guys.
you? Or how old are you?
I am 27
27.
in America.
Okay,
So I'm
cool.
28 here.
It's okay. We like American age.
Yes, we do.
Coming from like a 20-year-old.
I am not 20 in
She's
America.
18.
I'm 18.
She's 18.
Oh, my.
Almost
Still in her
still.
teens.
18.
Yes. Alrighty. We will see you guys again next week.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
And we're going to play Paramore's That's What You Get. Bye, guys.
Bye.
No, sir. Well, I don't wanna be the blame. Not anymore. It's your turn. So take a seat. We're settling the final score. And
We are back, and today we've been talking about what would you do if you were the CEO of a company? What are some cool changes you would make?
And Raindrop says, I wish there was a separate space with glass ceilings where you can space out. I can look up when it's raining, when the leaves fall on a shiny day, or just space out. And 신선한 아이디어가 팡팡 떠오를 것 같아요. New ideas would come into my head.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, that's actually nice.
My dream as a kid was always to have a tree house. Right? Because you know the ones that you see in comic books and movies? And I think as an adult, I'm going to make sure that I make like a baller treehouse.
Like really nice.
Yeah, but when Raindrop talks about having a separate like glass ceilings, right? If it were just like an entire glass room that felt like it were immersed in the trees and in the sky, that would just be the coolest thing ever.
I always wanted to live in like the top floor where the roofs is like clear so you can look up.
Remember that the cartoon Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
His house?
Yeah, like
He
that.
he lives in the projects, but all of a sudden his room has like a retractable ceiling and all that.
that was cool.
That would be so cool. Thank you, Raindrop, for this message. Everybody keep letting us know what you think. We're going to go play a request from Raindrop.
This is 옥수사진관's 하늘.
널 보면 하늘이 생각나 파랗던 미소 손뻗어 만져 저만치
안녕하세요. 가수 오해인입니다. 더블 데이트 오늘도 내일도 그 다음날도 아니 그 다음날도 많이 사랑해주세요. 계속 들어주세요.
Take it easy. 나만 왜 이렇게 힘든 건가요?
Welcome back, listeners, to Double a Date. It's now time for the rerun of our Saturday two-part series skit, Torn Pages, which tells heartwarming stories based on real-life accounts, but with a double date twist.
Last time we started a new story called Another Anniversary, the story of John and Ann Bitar, supposedly the world's longest married couple. In part one, young Ann and young John met for the first time and fell in love.
But will everything work out? Find out in part two of Another Anniversary in episode 6 of Torn Pages. Enjoy! Oh, hello. It's Anne again. And welcome back, y'all, to another Torn Pages. I'm glad you made it back to hear the rest of our story. So last time we told y'all the story about how we first met.
Well, hello there, miss. Good afternoon to you.
The name's Anne. It was 1932, and John here moved in next door.
John Bitar. That's right, babe. We were neighbors.
And so after we met, we were simply stuck together like peanut butter and jelly. I don't think there was a day that we didn't spend together. But there was this one time we were almost torn apart. Here's page 2 of our story. Another anniversary. Oh, John, I'm so happy when I'm with you.
Likewise, my darling. I just wish your father approved. You know, I think if I could just talk to him. And
Oh, Father, what are you doing here?
I thought I told you not to hang out with that boy. Hello, sir. It's a pleasure. No one asked you, rookie. Yes, sir.
Daddy, please don't do this.
Now, I told you, you are not to see this boy again.
That's life.
My father was a loving man, but he didn't always make the best decisions when it came to what was best for me.
You butt daddy me one more time. You ought to come with me now.
So he was opposed to John and I being together, and instead he wanted me to marry some other man from a wealthy family from outside of Bridgeport. I mean, I wanted to respect my father, but my heart was already set.
Did you hear me, young lady? Get in the car right now.
No.
Excuse me?
I said no.
You must have had too much of your mama's meatloaf, cause ain't no way in heaven you ain't talking to your father like that.
First of all, Mom's meatloaf is amazing. You should show some more appreciation to her. And second, Daddy, I love him.
Excuse me? What? Huh? You do?
Quiet, John. You stay out of this.
Okay. And you're making a huge mistake.
No, I know what I'm doing. I love this man. And Daddy, I love you too. But not even you can stop us from being together. Now you listen, Daddy. I know I'm your daughter, but I'm not going to get married to some random rich fella who doesn't even know how to treat a girl. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with John, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. John, let's get out of here.
Yeah, good day, sir.
Come on.
Y'all gotta get back here now, and you're making a big mistake. You won't last a year with that boy, mark my words. It'll be over before you can say cold turkey. And, you know Daddy loves you. And, come back. And, sweetheart.
I can't believe I just did that. Should I go back? This is so hard.
Hey, come on now. Look at me, darling. Hey.
Yeah?
It's gonna be alright, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry. Come on now. Come on. Alright. It's gonna be alright.
I eventually settled down, you know. Sometimes saying no to one thing is saying yes to another. And by me saying no to my father, I said yes to John. We ran away to Harrison, New York, and eloped there soon after. I hate to say it, but we proved my father wrong. In fact, after our first, we were more in love than the last. And each year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the one... Boo!
Ah!
Happy anniversary,
What
sweetie.
the? Happy anniversary, babe.
To many more.
To many more.
Happy anniversary, sweetie.
Yeah, happy anniversary, babe.
To many more.
To many more.
Happy anniversary, sweetie.
Right? Happy anniversary.
To many more.
Many more.
Happy anniversary, sweetie.
Happy anniversary.
To many more.
To many more.
Happy anniversary, babe.
Happy anniversary, babe.
To many more.
To many more.
It's been quite a ride, I must say. Those TV and news people, or whatever you call them, they say we're the oldest married couple in the United States or something. And this November will mark our 85th wedding anniversary.
That's right.
Thanks for listening to our story titled Another Anniversary.
Music all around me, crazy music that keeps calling me.
Oh, we just fell in love, that's all. They said it wouldn't last.
John and Ann Bitar have been married for more than 80 years.
News 8 Sally Reed introduced us to John and Ann Bitar, who have just been named the longest married couple in the United States.
They tied the knot on November 25th, 1932, and have been by each other's side ever since.
Just contentment. She's no problem. She's always never worked. She's always a cook, took care of her family. Good mother. Great mother.
He's always had his hand on my knee or my hair.
May you all be as fortunate as we are.
This was another Dorm Pages. And remember, there are always two sides.
To every page.
Oh, you got it right this time. I'm surprised. Good job. That was part 2 of our skit, Another Anniversary.
Yes, of Torn Pages, which we do. We're recreating real stories.
Yes. And it was a happy ending. Love conquers all. Yay.
This skit was based on the true story of John and Ann Bitar. You got to hear them at the end of the skit. They met in 1932, and they are supposedly the world's current longest married couple.
Yep, they're gonna face another wedding anniversary this year on the November 25th. And you actually heard the last bit, their actual interview, right?
Yes.
And they sound younger than how we made them sound.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to understand that we're trying to go for like something a bit comical, right? And dramatic, melodramatic, if you will. So that's understandable.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like to live with someone for 80 years,
Oh.
more than 80 years,
I
85
can't
years.
imagine. It must be pretty nuts.
I know, but it seemed like they were still madly in love with each other.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, his
Yeah.
laughter.
Yeah, so sweet.
Next time, maybe we'll hear like these real life clips before and try our best to see if we can like make it
Match.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice challenge.
Yes.
All
Well, we're
right.
going to have a new adventure of Torn Pages this Saturday, right? So tune
We will.
in. Yeah.
Please do. It'll be part 1 of our new Torn Pages. So yeah, check it out. We're going to go ahead and listen to a song. I love this artist. This is Sleeping at Last with Turning Page.
Hi, welcome back. You're listening to Double Date, and we've been asking you what's one cool thing you would do if you were a CEO?
Sure. Lenny says, friendly environment. I like it when a CEO can closely talk with the staff members like family, make the workplace less stressful, more laughing every day.
Friendly environment, very
yeah.
important.
The work environment here is really nice, right? Wouldn't you say?
Here, TBS?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like amazing.
Yes.
I love it here.
And Gabby says, a great sound system or amazing complimentary headphones for everyone. Only music gets me through office time when I'm not teaching.
That's true. It feels like, I remember like in college, like you put on the music and the headphones and it feels like you're just locked in,
Yes.
ready to churn out the paper, but it doesn't really happen. Listener 3289 says, 1, lunchtime will be 2 hours from 12 to 2. Number 2, a free concert once a month.
Wow.
And number 3, 칼퇴근, get off work right at the dot at a specific time.
It's like, because in Korea, I think people kind of 눈치 봐. How would you say that? Like, even when you're 퇴근 시간, you're supposed to get out at 6.
Right.
You don't want to be the first one, like, dashing out of the
I'm
office.
sure.
You know?
Yeah. A free concert once a month, that would be pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Especially in Korea, because we Korean people just love live music.
Yeah.
We love it.
They
It's
do.
crazy. Hey guys, today's the last day you can submit your ideas for Ashley's nickname event.
Oh, yeah.
We've been getting a lot of cool, some wacky suggestions, but we're open to everything. Do it on our website, and we're going to pick one winner and send out a present from Double Date.
Yeah, and some of the contenders we have so far are Shuldi and Eddie, which is Ashley DJ, Djash, and CEO Troy. I've never heard of that. First one, and Big Apple Ashley.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, because you're from New York? Or you were
Maybe.
eating apples earlier.
Oh, I like apples.
Big Apple, Ashley. That is very not becoming of you. I don't think it's fitting, but which one do you like the best?
Maybe Shuldi or Djash.
It's not Djash. That was a joke.
Djash.
It's DJ Ash, right?
I know, but if you say it fast, like Djash.
Djash. I think all of them are pretty cool. Somebody suggested Keshli too, which is cool.
Yeah,
But it
for
sounds
us
a bit too much like what's it? Kesha.
Oh,
Kesha.
Keshli.
But it'd be kind of cool because if you spell it in English, you can use the dollar signs
Yes.
as the S, and it would
Oh.
actually sound like cash.
Yeah.
Keshli. It's pretty cool. All right, everybody, we're going to pick a winner. So keep sending your ideas if you have not done so far. Today is the deadline.
Yes.
All right.
And then we're going to reveal the winner, right?
Next week, sometime next week, and we'll let you guys know. It'll be official next week. We're going to take a song break. We're going to listen to Freestyle Why. Don't go anywhere, everybody. You know, I didn't know this song by the title, but it really brought me back in the day when I was learning guitar. Because all of us were competing to see who can learn how to play this song first.
Me too. Well, not
really?
guitar, but we would always sing it in karaoke.
Oh.
All the girls would try to sing this.
I have a feeling I did like a duet, like I play guitar for somebody while they sing it too.
Really?
I feel like that did happen.
Brings back so many feels.
It really does. Everybody, we got one more final message. Lenny's asking if it's okay to send the nickname suggestions via email.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, send us all of your ideas. We want to know what you guys think about Ashley's nickname.
Yeah.
Today was a great show. We had Krisha and Michael Park again. Congratulations to Krisha Chu on your 100th day
100일.
since your debut. They will be back next week. Tomorrow,
We have Double Take with
We
Debbie
do.
1. It's already Friday tomorrow?
It's already Friday.
Oh my goodness.
The crazy thing is last Friday I was talking about how the time was going by so
Yeah.
fast, and it's already Friday.
Yeah, and it's tomorrow, September. Means we only have 3 more months.
Tomorrow,
of 2000.
September?
Yeah. Today,
And
tomorrow,
that means,
September
wait,
1st.
September...
Yeah.
No, wait, 4 more months.
4
Come
more
on,
months.
come
Oh
on.
my goodness.
Don't freak me out. Yeah.
2018.
2018. Wow, that is
Man.
crazy. Very excited though. For the
Yeah.
fall. It's come on, it's just starting. It's not like fall's over now and we got to get ready, embrace ourselves for the cold.
Yeah.
We can still look forward to the foliage. Lots of nice things to look forward to this fall. Everybody, thanks for sticking around for another great episode of Double Date.
Yes.
It's funny because I said that, but tune in again tomorrow for another episode. We're going to leave you with this last song.
This is CLC's 어디야?
We've been your dates. I'm Kevin.
I'm Ashley, and we'll call you tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Bye. Everyone.